Trinidad and Tobago, a paradise in the Caribbean, a land of endless sunshine, crystal waters, and the infectious rhythms of calypso and soca. But beyond the postcard perfect images lies another story, one rarely shown to the world. This is the story of a paradise caught in the grip of a deadly crime wave, a story of lives lost, families shattered, and a nation fighting to reclaim its future. This is Trouble in Paradise, battling the crime wave in Trinidad and Tobago. Trinidad and Tobago was once a beacon of prosperity in the Caribbean, rich in natural resources, fueled by oil and gas, and bursting with cultural pride. But prosperity has a shadow where inequality festers and crime takes root. In 2023, over 600 lives were claimed by violent crime, a number that rises year after year. But these aren't just the statistics. Behind every number is a name, a face, a story cut short. To understand the crime wave, you have to understand what fuels it. In Trinidad, crime is not random. It's systematic, woven into the fabric of certain communities like an invisible thread. Gangs rule the streets, their power stretching beyond the visible. They control not just neighborhoods but lives, dictating who is safe, who isn't, and who disappears without a trace. For many youths, crime isn't a choice. It's the only path they see. A path paved with promises of quick money, protection, and status. But it's a road that often ends in one of two places: prison or a grave. Trinidad's crime wave isn't just a street-level issue, it's a national crisis. Drug trafficking routes carve through the islands, turning Trinidad into a key stop for narcotics headed to North America and Europe. Where drugs flow, violence follows. Gangs battle for control, not just over streets, but ports, borders, and entire cities. Violence isn't confined to gang members. Innocent bystanders are often caught in the crossfire. Students walking home from school, shopkeepers closing their stores, children asleep in their beds. Every crime leaves behind more than just a statistic. It leaves an echo, a ripple effect that shatters families, scars communities, and steals futures. There's the mother who waits for a son who will never come home. The child who grows up without a father, haunted by the sound of gunfire etched into their memory. The friend who remembers the last laugh, the last text, the last moment before violence took it all away. Grief is a silent companion in Trinidad. It walks alongside mothers, fathers, brothers, and sisters. And in its wake, it leaves a question. When will it end? Crime doesn't grow in a vacuum. It grows where hope has withered. In communities plagued by poverty, where education is a privilege and opportunities are scarce, crime becomes both the cause and the consequence. Corruption bleeds through the system, from politicians to law enforcement, eroding trust and leaving citizens to fend for themselves. When justice is out of reach, desperation fills the gap. But even in the darkest places, light finds a way to shine through. Across Trinidad, communities are fighting back, not with violence, but with resilience. Grassroots movements, youth programs, and local leaders are planting seeds of hope, one life at a time. These aren't just acts of resistance, they're acts of survival. Proof that Trinidad's spirit is stronger than the forces trying to break it. Trinidad and Tobago is a land of contradictions, beauty and brutality, rhythm and ruin, hope and heartbreak. But beyond the headlines, beyond the crime scenes, lies the true story of this nation, a story of people who refuse to give up, a story still being written. This is not just a story of crime, it's a story of survival, a story of a paradise worth fighting for. If this story moved you, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Share this video to raise awareness, because every voice matters in the fight against violence.